It's impossible. You'll never do it. Are you crazy? That's for younger people, not for you. You're too old for that. Hi, I'm Ramsey Jordan and welcome back to Global Molecule. Today's video is on how unsupportive people are actually supporting you. Are you ready to dive deep? Let's go. So today I thought we'd have some waves, some sound of the waves in our beautiful video while I'm standing precariously on rocks somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. Has somebody ever told you what you're doing is impossible? Did you know impossible is broken down to I'm possible? I didn't make that up, but I thought I'd share that with you. I'm possible. Anybody ever told you what you're doing is impossible, or you're crazy, or words to that effect, when you had a nice vision and a dream and you went and said, hey, I want to do this, and they slammed the door in your face? It's not anyone else's responsibility to share your vision. That's your responsibility. Your responsibility is to believe in yourself and to choose wisely who you share your vulnerability with. This opens many doors of discussion, but let's focus on the basics. It's not their responsibility to share your vision. Everyone, no matter how open-minded they are, has a limited worldview, limited to how far they have expanded. If you just had a fresh idea, or a fresh idea has just come to you, more accurately, it hasn't necessarily come to them. It's not what they're focusing on. So how can we expect somebody else to suddenly make a leap of faith or a gigantic, whatever it is, to suddenly understand where you're coming from? If it triggers their edge of their reality, i.e. it could trigger fear in them, the idea of it, it can trigger their self-preservation programs and patterns, which will be to shut it out, because it's creating too much of an uncomfortable inner feeling within them. My previous video is on what's theirs and what's mine. That's theirs. So now you've presented all this vulnerability, all this need for acceptance and confirmation too, which you ain't got because they can't see it and they slam the door, so now you're left pretty helpless. Sucks, but it's like that. And now they're slamming the door to self-preserve, because the idea, for example, when I was first told about hitchhiking, my friend doing this and this and this and this, inside, no one knew this, but I was going through a horror movie. My mind had not expanded into the reality, or my physical experience had not expanded into the reality of standing on random places all around the world, trying to stop random cars with random drivers going to random places. Well, it's just coming up to me now. It's a major, major, major lack of control and a major need for trust. But of course, when I was 25, I didn't know that, and I'm trying to use polite language here. I was petrified inside. So if I can remember all the times where I've heard new and innovative ideas or experiences, the amount of fear I felt when I was much younger, and your fear shifts as you get older. So now the idea of canoeing down the rainforest, or the Amazon in the rainforest in Brazil, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. But surely if I was doing it, I would be in my salsa, I would be happy. Just the mind hasn't gone there yet. What's really going on when somebody is not confirming your vision is it's testing your resolve. This is something I came to understand through my father's responses to almost everything I ever suggested to him. most of this video is based on my experiences with my father. Wonderful man, but doesn't share the same visions or ideologies as me. We don't argue about it. But if I look for confirmation or response or acceptance from him, I'm not going to get it. But what does this teach us? And this is the golden bit. It teaches us to believe in ourselves, not be hanging and dependent on everybody else's comments and confirmations and pats on the back to feel good about yourself. A little bit more autonomous. And it's testing your resolve. How much do you believe it? How much do you want it? If every great thinker on the planet succumbed to the negative comments of the general population around them at the time, no one would have evolved a single millimeter the human consciousness. It would have been stuck constantly in the same place for hundreds of thousands of years. The visionary, you don't have to be a cosmic super guru to be a visionary. A visionary, you have a vision. And you want to manifest the vision, whatever it is. Anything, use your imagination. That's what we're doing here. You've got the vision, it's come to you. You can see it. But now you're running around sharing the idea with everyone else and no one else gets it. And you're slowly getting broken down. But you've still got that feeling inside. It's still brewing. It's still speaking to you. So what do? We believe in ourselves and we trust that little voice. We develop the vision and we manifest the idea. This could take 5 years, right? We're not talking about a one-day thing. If we're talking about a business project or whatever it may be, we're talking years. I know that when I first told my parents I want to live in a van for the next period of my life and work on the streets as a street musician, which ended up going for 13 years. And to be honest, my parents were quite traditional. So I was 28 at the time. It didn't quite... my parents are laid back, they're cool people, but they didn't get it. 8 years later, my mother, God rest her soul, was the biggest fan of my music on this whole planet. What they couldn't imagine, what they couldn't see, was not for them to understand, not for them to tell me, yeah, great idea, come on, they couldn't get it. I didn't really know what I was doing either. But it became something wonderful and I ended up making beautiful music that my mum listened to every single day and brought her so much joy, which in turn brought me joy. Why? Because I didn't collapse when no one got it. I had my needs, I had my visions, and I had my direction and goal and motivation. And I went out there and the crazy stuff. I traveled in a van for, 8, 9, 10 years, making street shows in major parties and major festivals all over, well, mostly Spain, France, some Hungary, Germany, blah, 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 blah. They say show people the results, don't tell them the idea. And this is really what it's all about. If you're going out there sharing all these seeds, which is what they are seeds. You're asking people to do big mental leaps when they may not be ready. That's their business, to not understand your vision. But your business is to stay strong, to understand that when people are not necessarily giving you the support you're looking for, that is the support you need to believe in yourself, to test your resolve, and to keep going and to keep believing in what it is you are feeling, what you are hearing, because this only grows. If you can learn to trust that inner voice, to trust those visions that come to you and develop them, you can now show and share your results with people and bring them joy. That's what I'm hoping to bring with these videos. Still starting out. I have no shame at all. I don't edit my videos. Put the camera down, and today this is the first take. I didn't even need to start 2 or 3 times. We're sharing life experience. I've been through this. If you're going through something similar, please leave a comment. We can get in touch. We can do one-on-one sessions. You can give a little ding and give a like and ding and give a little subscription to my channel as well. This is the beginning of something beautiful, and we're going to share the relevant information for a lot of life experiences, challenging experiences, integration of trauma, addiction issues, and awakening guidance. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope it's come in handy and just at the right time for you, as is all things in life. Trust the timing. Have a beautiful day. One love.